Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dark Souls walkthrough. Now, you may have noticed something's different. Where is my sword? Where is my shield? Well, while you guys were away, I did a little bit of tweaking to my levels. As you can see, my souls are empty. I leveled up, spent all those 6,000 souls I had, and I've donned a new weapon. Behold, the Greatsword. This is the weapon I will be using for the rest of the game. Well, maybe not this weapon, but this weapon type. And I'm going to be going with no shield. So yeah, might sound a bit crazy, but I think I can do it. And I'm doing this for a personal reason, and eventually, one day, I will reveal why. But for now, this is how I'm going. So no shield, just greatswords. Don't worry, I still have my bow, but I am going to be going no shield for the rest of this playthrough. So, let's go. So, where we left off last, we were on the Undead Parish, across the bridge, and we were here. Now this will be important later, so remember this location. I can't use it right now, but this will be important later. There you go, show you the Greatsword. The Greatsword, pretty powerful. Pretty heavy, but pretty powerful. So, yeah, allow me to demonstrate. There we go. Look at that damage. Takes quite a bit of stamina to swing, but does good damage, and also is a bit slow, but again, good damage. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Very nice indeed. It's got a good mixture of slashing and downward attacks as well, so you can get some nice precision strikes with that, and some more less precise attacks with that. So, pretty good weapon. So, let us make our way up here to the Undead Parish. So, at the end of this we will find the first spell, so let us make our way through this zone. Take out this scrub. Nice and easy. Now up here you will find a pretty tough enemy. You can hear him. At the top of here, a second Black Knight. Ouch! And this one doesn't wield a sword, this one wields a Black Knight Greatsword, which is a very large sword and it will do a lot of damage. And this one, just like the last one, is most vulnerable to the tactic of backstabbing. So that's why I recommend. Try and get behind him and backstab him. Although it can be a little difficult because he has very large swings and does a lot of damage. So just time your rolls and get behind him and backstab him. Like so. Good damage, and we will finish him off with these. So yeah, he has quite a few mix-ups, but all of them are fairly easy to dodge. Just learn the timings and you should be done. You should be good. Ouch! Okay, that was BS. Okay. A lot of attacks in Dark Souls are based around timing, so what? Well, there we go, that's the first death of the playthrough. It had to happen sooner or later. Alright. But anyway, yeah, so attacks in Dark Souls mostly based around timing, so you have to learn the timings of the attacks and dodge at the right time in order to dodge them successfully, because otherwise you'll just get hit by them. And this can only really be learned through trial and error a lot of the time, so be prepared to take a lot of hits and maybe die a few times to learn these attacks. But once you have the attack patterns down, it becomes very satisfying, trust me. This guy is a bit tough. I think this guy is one of the hardest. Ouch! I think this guy is one of the hardest Black Knights in the game. He always feels like it. Well, maybe not the hardest, but one of the harder ones. They get easier as the game goes on, as you get stronger. Let's actually lure him back down here, because I need a heal. Drink up. Oh, hello. Yay! Wait. Come on. Backstabby! There. Right in the ass. There we go, this is not so hard. Round the back. Oh, he staggered him there, but I didn't take advantage. If the enemy staggers, you have a small window where you can take advantage, but it can be quite risky if you get greedy. Again, don't get greedy in this game. That will get you killed. There you go. Stagger him again. Hiya! And he's dead. Get another Titanite chunk, and unfortunately no weapon. But that's fine. Now this next part is a little tricky, so I'm going to approach it nice and calmly. So, this guy will start to aggro you from a long distance. So yeah, now you can see the gate in the background is open. This guy on the left will run up and close the gate. Now you can shoot him with arrows in order to prevent the gate from being closed and actually skip over a large portion of the level, but I don't recommend you do this because you actually need to go through the other place anyway for some certain items, so I don't recommend you do that. Right, okay, sorry if there's a lot of cuts in the recording, guys. My nose is killing me right now, so I have to like cut the recording every now and again to blow my nose a bit. I know, quite horrible. Anyway, back to the walkthrough. So in this next part, the best way to approach it is to approach it quite slowly. So that thing in the middle there, that is a boar of some kind. Now, you can fight it in melee, but it's pretty dangerous to do so. And there are multiple other ways you can approach fighting that thing. Your regular attacks at this stage will just bounce off it harmlessly because it's heavily armoured. So yeah, basically its whole body works as a shield almost. But there is one place you can stab it, and I will show you that later. Now there's a guy around the corner here, so let's deal with him first. Again, be sure to not pull the boar. Now you see that guy's going to go and close the gate now, so yeah, that's that. So yeah, that's that. Now I'm gonna hit this guy. One hit from my claymore is enough to just wreck his guard. Pretty awesome. So now head round here, head up these stairs. Be sure to not pull the boar. Now there are two crossbow guys here, so we need to be quite careful. Wait. There we go. Ow. Oh god. Now you heard that sound and all that blood? That was a headshot. There are headshots in this game. They will do extra damage, and if they hit you, they will stagger you for quite a bit. It's basically like the ranged equivalent of a crit. So watch out for those. Right. Ow. Oh, bang. Got him. Over here, Alluring Skulls. Now these are an interesting item. They only have one real practical use in the game, as like if you ask me. And I will show you that right now, because it's actually right here. Think about the items in this game. Usually they're placed in places that make sense and can basically make them useful right there and then. It's quite clever. And those Alluring Skulls are there for a reason, and I will show you why after we dispatch this guy. Get back here. Oh, another waistcloth. Not very useful. Now, there are multiple ways to kill this thing. One of them is to do this. If I equip the Alluring Skulls, and if I stand around here, I can throw them and they will land in the fire. Thing about this boar, one of its biggest weaknesses, if not its biggest weakness, is fire. So luring it into the fire will do a lot of damage to it. So then it will try chasing me, but it can't get up here, so I'm nice and safe. Now I can keep doing this and it will eventually just kill itself because it's an idiot. Or I can choose to throw firebombs at it, because firebombs also work pretty well. And it's also one of their best uses. But again, this is a little boring and pretty simple. There is a more exciting way to fight this guy, and I want to do that. I want to be manly. So let's jump down. Oh god. Oh, that's okay to stand in the fire. You didn't learn anything from World of Warcraft, did you? Well, that's not what you're supposed to do. Be right back. Okay, dispatched all these soldiers, and now we're back to where we were. So, first of all, drink up. The boar's attacks, I think the main way to avoid them is to dodge to the side, because it's got a lot of charges. So, yeah, dodge to the side and you should be fine. Ooh. Now, I will show you his weak spot. Ouch! I don't usually fight the boar in melee, so it's a bit difficult, especially considering it does so much damage. Ugh. Yeah, as you can tell, this is not the best way to fight this thing, but it can be done, and I am determined to do it this way. Again, I will be back. Alright, you bastard. I got you this time, so I've taken off some armor so I can fast roll, and hopefully this will make things a bit easier. Alright, you bastard. Alright, you bastard. So, there is his weak spot. And if you do this, stab him right up the ass. And that will do some good damage. It works kind of like a backstab, so again, you just gotta stand behind him, and it will. He does have a buck attack, so watch out for that. And again, right up the ass. And he is down. Very, very good. There we go. That is a good way of killing him, and probably the most fun way of killing him if you ask me. But the other two ways work as well. Right. So I'm actually going to leave my clothes off because I actually like fast rolling a lot. So watch out for these guys. These guys are lying in ambush, so watch out for them. Oh god, I can't even one-shot them with that. Oh, brilliant. There we go, got him. These guys go down pretty easy, but they can do some good damage, so watch out for them. Come on. Ouch. You can block while your weapon is two-handed, but it won't block very effectively, so usually that's more a desperation move than anything. And there we go, we got the mystery key. Now the mystery key, of course, is a mystery, but I will show you its use later. It has quite an interesting use, I'll tell you that much. There we go, get those guys. Now over there is an item. So how do we get to it? We've got to walk across these beams. Slow and steady wins the race. Get a large soul of a lost undead. And back we go. And easy peasy. Get up this ladder. And we'll make our way here to the white light. But no boss. A lot of the white lights in this game are just trolls, but always watch out. Now around here, a new enemy. These are the Boulder Knights. They are the next step up from the Hollow Soldiers. They can be pretty dangerous, so watch out for them. But this guy is just begging to be backstabbed. Hey man. Here! Here! Oh wow, didn't die. Oh, I'm impressed. Well, dead now. Kill him. Get the Knight Shield. Good shield indeed. Quite heavy, but quite effective. So, head over here. Up here, another one of these spear guys. I will just smash him down. Easy peasy. Now, this next part, be careful. Lying in ambush ahead. Indeed, read notes. Notes will help you a lot in this game. So, on the right and the left, there are enemies. On the right, there's a spear guy. On the left, there is a Boulder Knight. So, I recommend running out, pulling one, and running back again. There you go, you can hear his footsteps. And now. These guys attack a bit more viciously than the Hollow Soldiers, so watch out for them. And they have big shields as well, but their shields can still be broken. And there we go, they go down relatively easily. And of course these spear guys, easy peasy, just smash through their guard and they go down like butter. Easy. Easy. Don't know what they're referring to with that. Head over here. Head over here first before you head over there. I think it's the better option, unless you absolutely are terrified. And you'll see what I mean. So here is the guy that closed the gate. So we'll sneak up on him. Hey man. How's it going? Dead. Bang. Easy peasy. Get the basement key. Very useful. Get his helm. And we can open up the gate for a handy dandy shortcut. The boar will not respawn, by the way, so getting through here is a lot easier the second time. So, very, very nice. Up here, a halberd. A very good weapon. Lots of people like to use that as their main weapon on their first playthrough. I personally have never tried it, but I hear it's good. So, take your pick. Now, there are multiple guys in here, so be careful. Watch out for that. That is a double slam. It will knock off your stamina and do big damage. It's basically like a combination of a shield slam and a sword slash. Pretty powerful. So yes, there are 3 guys in here. That was one of them. There are 2 more. One is around the corner, so we will be careful. Pull him. Be sure not to pull all of them. You'll die. Now the Boulder Knights come in 2 different forms. There is a straight sword one wielding a boulder shield, and there's a rapier one wielding a buckler. Now the rapier one is definitely the more vicious. He is a lot faster and has a lot more health and will do more damage usually, and also can parry you. So watch out for him. And I will demonstrate his parrying if I get a chance, but he didn't do it, thankfully. So you see that in the background? That is a pretty dangerous enemy, so yeah, watch out for him. Bait the attack, follow it up, and down he goes. Now, in this next part, watch out above you. So what I recommend here, pull this guy and immediately run to the right. Or, actually, yeah, pull him and actually run backwards, actually. You can pull him to the right if you've cleared that place, but I'll explain it all later. Ouch! But yeah, pull him and then roll the hell backwards. There is a mage above you. He will shoot you with magic missile, or soul arrow as it's actually called in this game. Oh my, what the flippin'? That's not supposed to happen. Why did that happen? Okay, that's not supposed to happen. I don't know why that happened. Why did that happen? Run. That is not supposed to happen. I've never seen that happen ever in my life. What the fucking hell just happened? So yeah, that was the mage you just saw. He is not supposed to jump down like that. That completely breaks the laws of Dark Souls. Anyway, this guy's attacks are slow but very damaging, so just bait them and watch out. He can be staggered, as you can tell. Get up nice and close. His shield can be broken, but it's quite tough. But I will try anyway, because F you. Smash. Smash. Yeah. His shield is pretty tough. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Sorry for that poor example. I did not expect him to jump down. Anyway, there's a shard. Hopefully that channeler will... Sorry. Hopefully... That guy's called a channeler, by the way. Hopefully he will return to his original spot and I can actually show you what he actually does. Because I do not want to fight him right now. Anyway, so this is what was over the other side. 3 guys. Not too threatening, just kill them. A heavy attack will one-shot these guys, so nice and simple. Kumi. Here we go. Head back in here. Now where is he? There he is. Why are you there? Why are you there? You're making my life difficult. Ah, fine, I'll go in there later. So before you go up the church, head over here to this building. This building is a safe haven. Very, very important building, I assure you. So, you saw that message, imminent blacksmith, and you can hear his hammer. This guy is one of the most important NPCs in the entirety of the game. He is one of my favourite NPCs and one of most people's favourites, and that's not just because of what he does for you. He is awesome. Seriously. Do not, for the love of God, do not attack this guy. Anyway, light a bonfire, rest at the bonfire, and we can head down to this guy. Here he is. Hello, my friend.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Andre of Astora, the primary blacksmith of the game. There are multiple blacksmiths in this game. Andre is the most, primary of all of them. He does more than most other blacksmiths and is easily the most useful. So, yeah. He will be a close friend to you on your journey. So we can learn the hurrah gesture. And I would explain what all this stuff does, but I'll let Andre do the talking.
Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh?
So yes, weapon repair. So weapons can be repaired at a grindstone, which is the repair box that I showed you earlier, or you can repair them at a blacksmith. It doesn't cost a lot to repair them, but you must do it, because if your weapons break, you're going to be in a bit of a pinch. So yes, that is weapon repair, and I will do that right now. You see, it's not very expensive, but again, very important. Sure everything's repaired, and we'll continue to talk to him.
There are two types of weapon forging. There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters a weapon's properties. Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services.
So, the two types of weapon strengthening in this game. There's reinforcement, as he said, which uses your Titanite and some souls. I will use that on my claymore, and that will strengthen it. So yeah, pretty simple. And then there's modify, but I don't have any embers. Embers you will find throughout the game, and these are what will allow blacksmiths to ascend weapons. Different blacksmiths ascend weapons to different states. And again, I will explain all that later. When we find our first embers.
You can forge armor just like you do weapons. Forging armor is even easier than forging weapons. Whether you forge weapons or armor first, well, that's up to you. But nobody wants to see you go hollow. So whatever you do, you'd better do it well.
Indeed. So armor also can be reinforced, just like weapons. It also uses Titanite and works pretty similarly. You upgrade it with the Titanite and it will slightly boost the defenses. This is not something you should do for most of the game though. Titanite should be used on your weapons first. Upgrading armor is not too important in this game. That's much more important in Dark Souls 2, because in Dark Souls 1, again as said, half your defenses come from armor, half come from your just general leveling up. So armor is something you should only really be strengthening at the end of the game, and only when you've got a set that you absolutely know you're not going to switch off of. In Dark Souls 2, armor is actually your only source of defense, I believe, or at least it makes up most of your defense, so there upgrading your armor is a lot more important, but in Dark Souls 1, it's not really important, it's only something you do at endgame. So, items we can purchase some Titanite Shards from Andre. This is good if you want to upgrade your weapon some more. Crest of Artorias. Now this is a special key that we won't need until much later in the game, but it's pretty, well no, it's essential. Actually, it's not essential, but it's pretty damn useful. So yeah, we will get that much later. Weaponsmith box. This will allow you to reinforce weapons at a bonfire. Armor smith box. Pretty self-explanatory. The repair box, we've seen that before. And yes, that is that. And he sells some weapons. The longsword, the broadsword, the bastard sword, the battle axe, the war pick, the caestus, the pike, the large leather shield, the tower kite shield, the Kataka's kite shield. And that's it. And he sells some arrows and bolts. Pretty standard. In terms of what arrows to buy in this game, standard arrows do well, but wooden arrows are the cheap option if you don't want to spend too much on arrows. But again, arrows not very expensive, so yeah, I recommend going for arrows. They're a nice cheap price and they do good damage. So I will buy some. Unfortunately, R1 and R1 and L2 are not incorporated in this game. I don't think they added that until Dark Souls 2. Because Dark Souls 1 had a pretty terrible PC port, but for all you Dark Souls Remastered fans out there, you don't have to worry about this because I'm pretty sure that version has a much better PC port. Anyway, that about does it for Andre right now. We will come back to him later and he will have more to say.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Indeedy. So, I will head back up. And I'm going to do some leveling up, because I would like to actually wear my chest piece. And also I'd like to be human, because this body is quite ugly. There we go, get back my lovely human body. Now I can level up my endurance twice. As you can tell, I'm rushing endurance, because that's how I like to play the game. Endurance, again, stamina, equipment load, all that good stuff. Very, very important stat. It soft caps at 40 and it's good to get it to that as quickly as possible, at least in my opinion. But it's also good to always make sure you have a good amount of health. Pro tip for Dark Souls, always make sure that your health is at least a decent amount, because if you have low health it can be very easy to get 1 or 2 shot and it can make the game infinitely harder. Having a larger health pool is very, very handy for newbie players. So I can not equip my gloves or anything, unfortunate. So, over here, what is this place? The gate appears to be locked. And there's a man. Who is this man? He's wearing pretty unusual armour, but who is he? Indeed.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge. No matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
Siegmeyer of Katarina, my second favourite NPC in all of the game. I love this guy.
Still closed. Still closed.
Still closed. Still closed. So, we can't get through this gate. Not even swinging at it will work. Alas, we will have to come back later. But yeah, absolutely love that guy. He's not my favourite, but he's my second favourite NPC in the whole game. But my favourite is someone very near and dear to me. But we will meet him later. So, I am about out of time for this part, guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you in the next episode, where we will venture into the Undead Church. Goodbye.